Good day everybody, happy Friday. Certainly good news for sport in South Australia. And in Australia, because as you will all know by now, that National Cabinet announced today that they've approved the gradual return to play process that was submitted to them last week by Australian Institute of Sport. So I thought it was time to jump online and give you an update as to where we're at here in rugby, and the outcomes of today, both the federal National Cabinet and as well as local, when the Premier jumped online this afternoon. So basically the document was submitted last week. There's 3 stages to this return to play process, and they are pretty much where we're at now. Groups of 2 maximum, moving into where we're moving next week. And that's going to be groups of 10, non-contact training. However, you can share equipment. So how that looks, we've pretty much submitted a document to Office for Recreation and Sport, yet to be actually approved. I've got a meeting tonight with the Minister on that. But once it is approved, so we've aimed for groups of 10, but 6 groups of 10 on a rugby pitch. Each group would have their own area, but also their own sanitation area, so a place to wash your hands and to wash the equipment afterwards. I guess the principle is that you turn up for training, ready to train, strapped if you require strapping, training, carrying your boots, training gear. You then put your boots on, wash your hands, train, wash your hands, wash the equipment, go home. And the sole purpose of that is to avoid cross-contamination to other people that are outside your group. If that makes sense, so if somebody is diagnosed with COVID down the track back to where they've been and what they've done, and your club would have a full record of who trained together, be it a small group of 10, including the coach, and only those would require further follow-up. In that case, it does require a certain amount of discipline though, because obviously there's mates, friends around you who you haven't seen for a while, that you want to catch up with, high five, hug, do whatever you do, but we're asking you to avoid that and only have close contact with those in your group. If you bring bags along, we ask that you bring the bags to the hygiene station and actually leave them there. That's twofold. One is to avoid cross-contamination again, but also if you have downloaded the app, and we encourage you to do so, the app will talk to other phones through Bluetooth that are there in your small group, and that will be registered as you guys training together, which is further evidence down the track should there be an incident. That's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. I guess the litmus test on this is if somebody was walking the dog past the grounds and you were training, it would be clearly obvious that you're in separate groups of 10. The area between the groups, there's no designated distance at this stage, but it's got to be pretty obvious that you're in separate groups. And that should be for people passing and people who are there. Any spectators, we ask you to avoid spectators, bringing spectators along. If you do bring parents along, obviously for juniors, preferably only one parent, and they will need to observe social distancing protocol outside the training areas, obviously. So that's for parents, that's for players. All this communication will come out to individuals. Our staff are working with each club at the moment, going through the specifics for that club. Once the document has been approved by Office for Recreation and Sport, which I'm hoping to hear about tonight, and we've got everything finalised with the club, communication will go out to each individual in teams, with all the details, what you have to do before training, where you're going during training, what you do post-training. The emphasis is on not hanging around. You get in, train, get out, go home. The The better we do this, the more chance we have of starting rugby in 6 to 8 weeks. On that, I talked about last time I was online about a 10-week competition draw. We feel now that we're in a stage of it possibly being 12 or even 14, depending on how the next few weeks go. So we've done 3 models, we've done the 10, we've done the 12 and we've done the 14, and we'll see how we are in a month's time as to which one we roll out. We feel the 14 one is realistic and possible. And if you think back probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that felt like it was absolutely impossible to be playing rugby again, never mind getting 14 rounds in. And that would be 14 rounds up until the end of September and then finals throughout October. So great results. What a win for rugby. What I will say, just be aware that we're probably one of the first areas in the world to be playing sport and certainly to be playing rugby. If we do everything right, we'll continue that and we'll be leading the way for the rest of the world and their eyes will be on us. So please take this seriously. Follow the instructions and then we'll be back playing. It's a great opportunity. Let's encourage your mates to get back out on the field. And let's have some fun again. Bring that community spirit back. Really looking forward to catching up with you all on the field. Looking forward to the next few weeks. Can't wait to get back to playing games and building up to an exciting final series. One last thing before I go, it is Friday night ahead of a really, really important weekend for all those mothers out there. Hope you have a fantastic day and get spoilt on Sunday. I know that my wife will be getting spoilt by the girls. Have a great time. Look forward to seeing you all very soon. Cheers guys, take care, bye-bye. Hot off the press, just come off out of a webinar with Sports Minister, Minister Wingard. Just to clarify, there is an update. We were pushing the boundaries slightly with what we're asking for with areas. SA Health have insisted that a maximum of 3 zones per pitch. That's for soccer, that's for footy, but that's also for rugby. So where we were looking for 6 and getting 60 people training on one pitch, if you've got 3 zones with 10 in each, it's a maximum of 30 people, including coaches. So that's the update. We're all good to go on Monday. That's the good news. And to add to that, if you do have 2 pitches, that is 6 zones. It goes without saying. So that's it, guys. Let's get back out there and let's hit the track. And please follow the directions and the instructions, and we'll stay out there. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.